All right, guys. Here we are with John Keys from Guns.TV. I got Jason here with me.
What's going on, folks?
And John.
What up?
Dude, it's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a while, and it's been a long time coming for me to be here in the Classic Firearms studio.
I know. Way back in a couple of years ago in Texas, Uvalde, Texas, that we were at the Gundy's event.
Oh, yeah.
I remember chatting with you. We wanted to make this happen, and then other shows and SHOT Show, the Range Day, all that stuff. We just
the abundance of media opportunities that we get, right?
Exactly. So we finally made it happen. Guns Out TV, John Keys over here. Ladies and gentlemen, and dude, first of all, great having you here. I know a lot of folks, especially in the industry, they know who you are. But for those who may not, just go ahead and tell us who you are, and then we're just going to dive into a bunch of cool things that Guns Out TV, John Keys, and specifically is doing.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So when anybody ever asks me, talk about who you are, it's like, do you want to know who I am in the industry, or do you want to know who I am as a person?
I want to know your person, the industry too, but I want to know about your background. So a lot of folks, like we talk about guns all the time. We do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Folks want to know the person who's talking about guns or whatever that they're listening to.
Yeah.
Who are these people? So like that. Just tell us your background. I know you're in the Marine Corps.
Yeah. So Marine veteran. I did 12 years in the Marine Corps, and it was 12 great years. And then got out of the Marine Corps to pursue a number of different entrepreneurial ventures. Went to college, got a couple degrees, worked at the Pentagon, leveraged my veteran status, worked at the Pentagon.
That's Super Mario Brothers.
Well, first of all, that was a perfect timing.
Somebody's paying
the
me.
one up is just the greatest thing. You get it?
No, facts. Worked at the Pentagon, worked at Quantico, did some real, high-end government stuff, and that was cool. But just didn't feel fulfilled there. And I had a little bit of a media experience and things like that, so I joined a media company. I became the director of operations, and I found kind of like an unknown passion for production. The whole production process. The first thing I did when I went to the media company was completely consolidate and rebrand a couple of shows. And in that process, I fell in love with the process, and then I fell in love with the product because you get to take something that's kind of already shaped, and you get to reshape it, and then you get to see it grow, and then when it's successful, it's like, man, it's like one of the ultimate gratifications, right?
Yeah.
So then with that media, then COVID hit, right? And it was interesting because I worked for the media company. We were one of the only companies that we did not work from home. Like I was going into DC on Capitol Hill every single day. It was like a ghost town. It was crazy. We thought we were crazy for having to go into work, but media doesn't stop.
Right.
So we just kept going, doing our thing. And then all the mayhem started happening, different riots breaking out here and there, and people fighting over toilet paper and all kinds of crazy stuff. I wasn't a gun owner at the time. Even with my Marine Corps background, veteran status, I wasn't a civilian gun owner because I try to tell people all the time that military experience, depending on whether or not you are like one of those people who really like a soldier, a fighter, a war fighter. If you're a war fighter, then yes, you have extensive training with firearms.
Right.
But if you're just a regular, Marine, an office guy, a supply guy or whatever, your training is basic, for a lack of a better description.
Check-ins and boxes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's limited.
It's
limited.
Basic.
Yeah.
't call it what it is.
Yeah.
It's basic. Like they show you how to be safe with the firearm. They show you how to be accurate with the firearm. But outside of that, you don't take that gun home with you to your barracks room. If you live on off base or whatever, you don't take it home with you. That goes back to the armory. It's a very handheld experience if you're a basic Marine or a basic war fighter in whatever branch of service you're in. So with that being said, I didn't have any civilian counterparts that were responsible gun owners. I knew people who had guns.
Right.
They were not responsible with those guns. And so therefore, without a real positive example, I was just like, you know what, it's not for me. And plus, I'm a non-confrontational guy. Like I'm not the guy that goes out looking for things. I try not to have an ego as often as I possibly can and whatnot. So, but in that particular instance, when COVID hit and all that stuff was happening, that just felt different. That was the first time I ever felt naked.
Right.
I was like, bro, like nobody might be coming, and that's when it really hit home. So I bought my first pistol and rifle in 2020.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was an AR and a Glock 19X, and And then I just went down this rabbit hole. I was very hungry for knowledge. I was, that's kind of my personality. If I'm going to take on anything, whether it be a hobby or responsibility or something for fun, I'm gonna go all in. I'm not gonna do something just to dip my toes in. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna act on it, and then I'm gonna take it as far as I can take it. So when I started doing that, obviously we weren't shooting indoors at the time. You could only shoot at outdoor ranges, and there's only a limited number of those in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. So I found myself finding people with land. Hey, you mind if I come over? I'll be safe. We'll shoot on the property. And I found somebody that had a really extensive property. They let us build a 100-yard range. Like, we literally went to Home Depot, got a whole bunch of supplies, and we built our own 100-yard range. Wow. And in the process of doing that, my friends and family saw how serious I was taking it and how far I took it so fast. And they were like, man, you should really record this. And then they knew I was watching YouTube, because that's where I was getting most of my knowledge from about, what I need to be working on as a shooter, how to become a more proficient shooter. I mean, obviously I already had the fundamentals, but there's just so much more that you want to learn. Then you want to start buying more guns, and all of these things started to happen and unfold at record speed. I mean, like, literally in like 3 months, I probably owned 6 guns. I went from no guns to 6 guns in 3 months. And so from that point, when they said, hey, you should try to film this, I was against it, because I was like, no, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for us. I'm not that guy. I'm not going to be that guy. Well, my wife she filmed one day at the range, like from start to finish, the drive there and like the final shots, because we always would end the range day with some tannerite or something. And she filmed the whole thing, gave me the footage, and I was like, wow, this is actually kind of cool. Like, it really is. And she was like, well, that's what we've been telling you. Like, you've been doing this, and we started coming, it was me, you, and Jay Sean at the range, and now it's like me, you, Jay Sean, and like a couple of friends and more people, and then somebody just got their gun, they always come to you, hey, is this a good gun, or whatever, right? So I kind of became that guy in my circle. And so with that, I took that edit. I took that footage and I edited it up, and it was a pretty cool product. It was just like, wow, I never saw myself in that light. And then I realized that at the time in the 2A space, there was not a lot of positive minority representation.
Facts.
And when I say positive, I mean like really being intentional about instruction, really being intentional about the opportunities that are out there for training, experiences, and even the right types of firearms to buy. Everything was just like, it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we saw an opportunity, myself and my business partner, Michael Singleton, to create a platform that was that positive minority representation. And I mean, literally all it was just showing you what we were doing. We were not subject matter experts. We were training in West Virginia. We were training here. We were training there. And I mean, in the beginning, when we were doing all of these things, we had in our mind, we was like, man, how cool would it be to go shoot with Terran Tactical one day, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Like, literally, like 3 months later, we got signed to Warrior Poet Society Network. We had our own season of content, and one of our episodes was going to shoot with Terran Tactical. And then we went to Terran's Playground, met him, and that was cool, and we became great friends. And it's just like, once I really got embedded and involved in the industry, it blew my mind how the misconception was just so far off in terms of how you would be welcomed as a new shooter or as a minority shooter or as a person that doesn't have this extensive military background or all these things, right? Because, again, veteran, but not a war fighter, right? Yeah. Not a combat veteran at all.
What did you think it was, the misconception, and what it really was?
Well, I thought from the outside looking in that it wouldn't be a situation where people were really, I guess, sensitive to the lack of knowledge you may have. Instead, they were very inclusive. They, everything obviously is about safety, but then also it's about experience. It's about, have you ever done this? Have you ever seen this? Right. Have you ever tried this? And all, under the umbrella of safety, but really just trying to open your eyes to, there's so much that you can learn and experience in the firearm space and with firearms. And that was really cool. And so from that point where we started to really realize that, that's why we was like, everything we do, we're pointing the camera at it. Everything we do, everywhere we go, every factory we go to, every gun range we go to, every range day, training, whatever, people are going to come with us. And, it became a thing where a lot of people got into a lot of different guns because of us. People started taking a lot of different training because of us. They would say it in the comments, and we would see people places. I remember after it was like a year and a half in, I was on a cruise in the Bahamas, and some family stopped me and said, dude, my whole family goes to the range with me now because we've been watching your channel. I was like, what?
That feels so good.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's really amazing. And over time you get that, and then I think the other thing too that helps us out a lot is that we get a lot of positive affirmation from the industry itself. They appreciate what we represent, right? Because we're not a huge channel, right? But we've grown very consistently over the 4 years that we've been Guns Out TV, and we have a pretty engaged following. I mean, our range day absolutely reflects that.
Yeah, I definitely want to get to that range day. But what's your content type is like? Everybody in the gun industry, we've got a lot of channels out there. People do all kinds of their own. They got their own styles. What's your style like?
I would say it's like reality. It's like almost like TV reality, right? But then we have different content categories specifically on our channel, right? We have playlists, so we do reviews, we do range days, we do trainings, we have podcasts, all those different things. We break them up accordingly. But I would say our main flow is kind of like a reality flow, right? It's like hanging out on the range with two cool guys that's just doing some really practical stuff, and then we'll get ambitious, we'll push each other, we'll compete against each other, we'll compete against other people. So it's kind of like we just want it to feel inclusive. We want it to feel like, I would love to go and hang out on the range with those two guys, and we get that a lot too. It's like, man, we'd love to come shoot with you guys one day, stuff like that. So that's the whole vibe that we try to bring to it.
That's pretty cool. So, and then because I saw you way back in the end of 2022 at the Iraq Vets Range Day, and you had your crew doing your thing, and people love you. That's great. You're an awesome guy. But you have your own range day. Yeah. Tell us about that.
So it was interesting because after, I don't know if it was after IV-88's range day or after our first primary arms range day, we just thought it was such a cool experience, and we realized that it was mostly just for industry and influencers.
Right.
And we're like, why doesn't anybody do it for the public?
Liability.
Well, you know what? That's a great point because luckily our circumstances, we never had to combat that, right? So like for example, IV-88, I know that's like that's not a range.
Right.
That's a property.
Private.
Yeah, it's private property, and so he has to supply the RSOs, and he obviously maintains all the liability. Well, we partnered early on with XCal. I mean, literally, we met these people at XCal, the Brown family, before the building even had a frame up. It was literally just dirt and all the I-beams. The pad was concreted down, but other than that, there wasn't even a frame of a building up. It was just a trailer, I-beams, and all that stuff on the ground. And I met with them. They showed me the vision of what they were creating. I was like, dude, y'all are literally creating like an Avengers Tower gun range fitness facility. This is going to be crazy. Right. And it was super ambitious. It was right up my alley because I love, just kind of like intersecting different cultures, right? So you got the fitness culture and then you got the firearms culture together in that one facility. So I was very intrigued by it, and I made them a proposal early on. I'm like, listen, we will come here and do any type of promotional media you want. We would love to really showcase that this is actually happening because you guys are going to break down a lot of barriers because you're blending the fitness and the firearms aspect. So you got people that are coming, they're going to be interested in solely the gym. However, to get to the gym, you got to pass right by the gun range, right by all the guns on the wall. So people are going to be intrigued no matter what, and you're going to attract new shooters that way. Right. So it's a very interesting concept and an effective concept.
It's like lifetime of guns, like lifetime fitness, Equinox of guns.
Bro, it sure is.
That facility is amazing.
Yeah. The fitness aspect of it is state of the art. I mean, I'm talking about like NFL quality stuff up in there, man. So we forged that partnership with them really early on, and we also talked about potentially doing a range day. And now that's the perfect scenario because this building, this facility does this on the daily. Right. They facilitate safe shooting experiences for people on the daily. So all we're doing now is we're bringing a theme, we're bringing personalities, and we're bringing media. So now we create a spectacle in a place that is already poised to do that as as their main business function. So there's no liability on us. Their RSOs, they're running this. It's a regular work day for them, but they wouldn't call it a regular work day. Right. They have said it's one of their most favorite days to work ever because it's a spectacle. It's like SHOT Show comes to a gun range for a day.
And this is outdoor, right?
No, that's indoor. That's indoor. It's a 90,000 square foot facility.
It's
huge.
$30
$30 million.
Huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I tell you, it's like dead serious. I don't know if you've ever been in an Equinox before.
No.
All right. Have you been in a Lifetime Fitness? Imagine that on steroids, plus add guns and like everything possible. Like
dude, they have a 5-star restaurant upstairs, the Founders Club. When did you go to XCal?
So I passed. So I go to.
We just keep.
Well, I go to
passing
DC.
by.
I go to DC every Monday. So
really?
Yeah. So
wait. Hold on, dog. Our studio is in DC. We're on Capitol Hill.
Yeah,
what are you going to DC for?
I'm going for work now.
Oh,
for the
okay.
DoD. So yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. So this is part time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Bro, listen. I don't know.
Oh no, it's all good.
That's interesting. Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I pass through there all the time, and sometimes if I have to be here early in the morning on a Tuesday, I mean, obviously I got to get right back, and I literally leave Charlotte Sunday at like 3 a.m.
Wow.
Like get in the truck and just roll, and I'll be up there in the office for a little bit.
So you were serious when you say you make that drive?
I
thought that was.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like to me, it's nothing. Like
wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ain't nothing.
Oh, bro, you gotta holler at me
when
you come through. Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Bet. Tap in. Yeah, he might be taking some Tuesdays off now, bro. I'm warning you right now, because once we get him out to our outdoor range too, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. He gonna be popping up in Guns Out content.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So this is an indoor range. This thing, the XCal you're talking about, right? What about your range day? Is that
So range day year 1 was solely at Actually, range day year 1 and 2 was solely at XCal.
Inside.
Indoors. It's an indoor facility, right? So they have the Lux range, which is 10 bays. They have the tactical range. They call it the TAC range. That's also 10 bays, but they literally just kind of like, they clear it out and they'll set up a gnarly shooting experience in there. Year 1, it was the Terran tactical shooting experience. Terran actually came to our year 1 range day. So it was set up like almost to mirror Terran's little playground. And then we have the private suites, where it's like literally individual private suites, and usually you'll have high-end manufacturers in there, Staccato, Nighthawk, whatever. And then we have the 2-lane private suite, where we do something called the Guns Out Range Day Challenge. We have our own course of fire that people compete. We have leaderboards and all of that stuff. So that's all the shooting experiences. But then in the showroom, all of that's cleared out, and it's literally just nothing but vendors. So all the vendors that are on the live fire lanes are also in the showroom with guns, and there's like, you like this one? Well, we're on Bay 9. Go shoot us on Bay 9 or whatever, right?
That's cool.
So yeah, it's a whole vibe, bro. It's a whole vibe. And then so you have the live fire vendors, you have the non-live fire vendors. We have a bunch of different contests and competitions throughout the day. We have one of the gnarliest giveaways you've ever seen, because it's free to the public. We don't charge a fee at the door to get in or anything like that. Open to the public. We ask that you RSVP. And so, like, for example, year over year, we have anywhere from like 600 to 800 RSVPs. And then that person that RSVPs usually brings 2 or 3 people with them. Yep. So it equates to a couple of thousand people every year, right? I think the lowest number we had was like 2,500. That was in year 1. But like now we're doing consistently 3,500 to 4,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's how many days?
Well, it was 1 day, but now it's a 2-day event. So in year 1 and 2, it was a 1-day event. In year 3, we partnered with some people in Stafford, Virginia, the Blackwell family in Black Pines. We partnered with them on a really dope outdoor range. It's a 50 by 50 flat with a 300-yard long range. And it sits on 53 acres, so there's a really cool trail system. So we've done head-to-head shooting competitions. We've done something called the annual Purge. Every October, we do a Halloween shoot called the Purge. It's literally themed after the Purge. And we zip tie your hands, put blindfolds on you, throw you in the back of a side-by-side, and we drive you out, drop you in the trails, and then you got to find your way back to the range. But there's prizes scattered all up in the woods, and you grab the prizes so people can win stuff before they even shoot a gun, and then you come off of that, and then it's this whole Purge-themed shooting competition and stuff like that. So once we partnered with them for that outdoor property, in year 3, it became a 2-day event. Because the previous years, the Friday night, all of the vendors and the content creators and the media would get together at XCal for an evening social on Friday, and then the public day was Saturday. So it was 2 days for media, vendors, and creators, 1 day for the general public. Yeah, now it's 2 days. The Friday is VIP day at the range, at our outdoor range facility. So now it's vendors, media, content creators, and paid VIP ticket holders.
For the outdoor one.
For the
on
outdoor.
Friday,
on Friday. All day. 10 to 3. And then from 7 to 11 is the evening social at XCal with all the VIPs, media, content creators, and vendors.
Saturday?
And then Saturday, open to the public, 8 to 5. Indoor. So we start the day off with, we did a Cars and Coffee the first year, but it was just too crazy.
Cars and Coffees. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you right now.
It was too crazy, bro. Like there was no room in the parking lot whatsoever till probably like 10 a.m. in the morning. So it's like, that was so crazy that now it's interesting because XCal's clientele is upper echelon clientele without question, right? So they have enough people there, and even within the ownership, like they will roll out about a dozen exotic cars. We'll have everything from Bugattis to
McLarens.
Yeah. The parking lot will be full of all of those exotic cars just for people to roll up, take pictures, and everything. So now we have, it's called the Exotic Car Showcase, because we know we're only going to take up 10 to 12 parking spaces, and it's not going to be God and country coming because of the Cars and Coffee, right? So this is just kind of like an extra perk before the doors open at 9. The line forms around the building, bro. And so
I believe it.
And so when the doors open at 9, it used to be the first 200 people get swag bags. We bumped it up to 500 this year because we just run out so quickly. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, from 9 to 5, bro, it's just, from 9 to 3, it's just shooting and fun and all of that. And then at 3 o'clock, we do the RSVP giveaway here.
You guys planning on stabilizing that date to kind of?
I think it's probably going to be it's going to be like the end of August moving forward, I think. Okay. But it hasn't varied. I mean, it hasn't changed the interest or the patronage at all. But it'll always be August or September, one of the two.
Okay.
So, you said it's free for public, right?
Yeah, on the public day, August 23rd.
So folks just show up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they RSVP, and these guys shoot all day and everything?
Yeah, so
free of charge, basically.
Well, no. So when you get to XCal, the shooting experiences is kind of like a carnival, right? So you got to buy tickets. So there's a whole when you get there, in your swag bag, if you're lucky to get one, in there'll be a map, and it'll show you where everything is. Like you'll know every vendor, every lane that they're on. You'll know what the shooting experiences are, where they are in the building, and each shooting experience has a certain ticket value. So you got to buy tickets, just like a carnival, right?
Gotcha.
So you'll buy the tickets, and I mean, it's funny because you just see people walking around with like a fistful of tickets, and they're going to shoot the glow shoot, or they're going to shoot the Terran Tactical experience, or they're going to do the range day challenge, or whatever.
So I'm gonna shoot a mag of Glock 19. Whatever. I'm just making these up.
Yeah,
that's one ticket. You just give it to the person and shoot one mag.
And it really depends too, because sometimes it's up to the vendor, because depending on what calibers these firearms are, the higher calibers are obviously going to have a higher ticket value,
of course.
Also round count. So if it's an experience where you're shooting 10 rounds out of the Sand Viper on this walk and shoot, and then you're shooting 5 rounds out of the Genesis 12 for this part of the shooting experience, then you're shooting something out of a Sons of Liberty rifle over here across the tac range or something. So you add up all those rounds, that might be a 10 ticket experience or something.
That's pretty cool. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen everybody has been at carnivals, right? But that's very, very cool. All right, so end of August, and this is what's the name of this range day? Guns Out TV?
Yeah, Guns Out Range Day. It's Guns Out Range Day. This year is the first year that we actually called it Guns Out Range Day Presents We the Free, and that's because this what is going to make this range day completely different than any other range day we've had is the amount of talent that we're going to have, and because they're all associated with the network. So we have some of the biggest names like PSR, PewView, Guns and Gadgets, Tony Sentmanot. We have some of our trainers, Joe Farrell, J.R. Guerra. Taryn was going to come, but I don't think he's going to come now because he's working on, he's always working.
He's got stuff going on.
Always got something going on. So it's going to be a pretty big range day in terms of the talent that's going to be there, and also a lot of things are going to be themed around the network. Inside of XCal, we have a special We the Free Lounge where all of those all of the talent is going to be doing podcasts throughout the day. There's going to be scheduled podcasts. So like, the We the Free subscribers have exclusive access to that lounge. So if you're a subscriber to our network, you can, show your subscribership, walk right in, and then you could, almost be like a live audience for the podcast and whatnot.
Cool. So, all right. Well, let's talk about We the People.
We the Free.
Yeah,
I said it 5 times, Kyle.
Let's talk about We the Free.
Yeah, man.
tell us about it.
WTF. That's the easiest way to remember,
Okay.
bro.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right?
No. What?
Oh, wow. Open a window, folks.
All right. So We the Free.
Yeah.
You told me about that a little bit. We were just talking about it
Yeah.
a few weeks ago. I remember some streaming platform where there's some movies, all kind of cool things.
Yeah, man. So, obviously, everybody knows the problems that gun creators are having on YouTube,
Right.
and social media in general. To be honest with you, so we've created a platform that you don't have to worry about that anymore. And the specific goal, is to find creators that we knew wanted to do things that they cannot do on YouTube, and give them a platform where they could do it, but not only like just do it at a high level with high value production. So, for example, PSR. Well, actually, I'll back up. First, I'll go to our first flagship show, and that's Pimp My Pew. So, in Pimp My Pew, that's kind of like a play on Pimp My Ride. Everybody, most people should know Pimp My Ride.
Yeah, the MTV.
Should. I don't know. Our age might give it away. We might know about Pimp My Ride. Some of these other young cats might not.
No. Trust me. I know a lot of cats that don't know about Pimp My Ride. But yeah, so it's kind of like the same premise. But again, this is another baked-in perk of the network, right? It's only open to subscribers. So only subscribers can submit for the casting call. So whenever if we do anything, we do shooting competition show, we do a season of Pimp My Pew, only network subscribers can submit for the casting calls. So that's a perk of being a network subscriber. So we reach out to our subscriber base, say, hey, submits firearms right now for, the first season of Pimp My Pew. We isolated it to the DC, Maryland, Virginia area for logistical purposes because we wanted to use XCal as our backdrop. So we didn't want to have to, worry about people not being able to fly in for the reveal and things like that. So we kept it within the tri-state so we knew everybody could make the reveal filmings and stuff like that. But it was a huge success, man. Huge success. And again, that's not the type of show you can show on YouTube. You can't show and talk
building.
You can't
stuff
be building
yet.
guns.
Yeah.
Like just plain English. You can't build guns. You can't upgrade them on camera. You can't even screw on a can or some crazy shit. So with that being said, it gave us carte blanche to really showcase whatever we wanted to showcase about the bill, talk about it however we wanted. We didn't have to be coy. We didn't have to talk and speak in code or anything like that. It's like it was totally uncensored. And that's kind of like our mainstay right now. We are absolutely going to be a hub for completely uncensored firearms content. So Pimp My Pew was the first show. Now PSR's show is coming up next. That debuts at the end of this month. And PSR's show is going to blow people's minds because he's amassed a huge following without even showing his skill set.
Right.
Like legitimately. And in his show, it's like we all know he has this crazy sense of humor. He wears a mask. He's like the Deadpool of the gun industry, we call him. And like in his show, it's humor, it's reality, but it's also a freaking masterclass in 3D
Does he have his
printing.
mask on in the show?
You got to watch the show.
Ooh,
you gotta watch the show.
Salesman right there.
Yeah, you gotta watch the show. As a matter of
wait.
fact, I brought trailers for both. I brought the season trailer for Pimp My Pew.
Okay.
So you can kind of wrap your brain around what that looks and feels like. And then I also brought the season teaser for PSR, which is absolutely a teaser.
In a minute, we can watch that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. So, we'll see. We'll watch to see what's happening if he's taking his mask off or whatever.
Is there an admin reveal?
Yeah.
Right.
So, you guys are producing these shows then?
Yes.
Guns Out TV, We the Free.
Yes.
You guys are producing it. So if somebody wants to create content there,
Yeah.
does that work like that, or do
Yeah.
they have to?
Did they like try out? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
So-
did they get jumped? I don't know. Jumped in? Like, what's good?
We are definitely absolutely jumping people in. No, but it's a great question. So we're kind of a hybrid.
Okay.
Right? We're akin to Netflix within the originals that we can create. right?
Okay.
So we have original shows, original series, documentaries. We're going to get into short films. Like, I mean, we have enough talent in terms of production and direction that we can do very high level stuff.
So let me ask you this. If I created content, let's say me and Jason, John and Ryan over here, this is just hypothetical. We created this cool little short film. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But we did everything.
Yeah.
Could we just
Submit it?
submit it to you?
Absolutely.
Or is it like some business?
No, absolutely. I mean, so obviously the buck stops with myself and my business partner in terms of what makes it onto the network.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But we're
Like Netflix.
Yeah.
Because people sell shit to
Yeah,
Netflix all the time.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, we even have licensed content on the. So here's the deal, man. It's not. I think when people think about people specifically in the firearm space or just some random person independently saying, "Hey, I stood up a streaming platform," you don't think it's going to be something complete. You know, you might think Tubi. You might think how Tubi started, right? With train wreck shows, which was a brilliant marketing strategy.
100%.
Brilliant.
I saw a dude's beard change 3 times in one film.
Bro,
It was great.
It was a brilliant marketing strategy. It had never been done before. I can admit that. But no, this is more of a hybrid. And right now we're focusing on the 2A community because we know that we're the most underserved as it pertains to high-end quality, uncensored content. So with that being said, right now we've hand-selected certain creators that we want to work with based on ideas that we talked about. Like this was like 2 or 3 years in the making. Okay. We've been having these conversations with different people about doing different shows and creating different shows and opportunities. So we're acting on all of that. But obviously, since we've made it public that we stood up the network, we've been approached by a lot of people that have a lot of ideas. Some of them that cost millions and millions of dollars. Right. So we'll get to those later.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of tangible ideas that we're working on and bringing to fruition now. Now, on the backside of that, we're also a repository. So, like, we're working with people, with organizations. We have this category called Friends of the Network. So, GOA has some content on there. We're about to get some Henry content on there. We're about to get some Sons of Liberty content on there. And this is the place where when these channels get strikes or these channels are getting shadow banned or whatever, they can always point people to We the Free, and their content will be there uncensored. So now they can do certain things that they can't do on YouTube. They can put a censored version on YouTube, but then they can also have an uncensored version.
That's
on
what I
YouTube.
wanted to ask. So
Yeah.
somebody can film their own YouTube video or whatever, and they have an account on We the Free, and they can upload?
No.
Okay.
And that's, again, this is a very controlled environment.
That's what I'm...
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're a creator or a producer or whatever, and you want to get content on We the Free, then it's a whole process. I mean, we're going to talk to you. We're going to understand the idea. We're going to see what the content looks like. We're going to understand your audience and your reach. What is your goal? And it's not about so much the reach than it is the audience you're serving,
Substance.
and the substance
It'd
of
be
your
clutter
content.
otherwise. You know, oh my God.
100%. So once we onboard you, and then we have a whole system on the back end that we'll tell you to send us the content, and we send out a complete instruction kit on how to submit the content to us, and then we have a team and they upload the stuff onto the network. We schedule the release dates and all these different things. Also, anybody, and we're actually about to open this up, I think, to potentially the public, because we want to start growing in an exponential time frame, and that is the ambassador program. So, like, for example, when you become a creator on the network, you automatically get an affiliate code. And I know a lot of people don't like affiliate codes, but this is a little different because you're pushing your product. You're pushing something that you're creating or that we created with you. And so we do a rev share for that. So they get a rev share of every subscriber, plus the subscribers, the audience, they get a 10% discount. So we have a whole automated system that takes care of that. You have your own link, you have your own code, and you push it. The payouts are automatic. Everything is automated.
So you're saying I could potentially pitch to you a 2A version of Pop the Balloon?
Absolutely.
I'm just saying.
I'm so down.
I mean,
so down.
That'd be so dope,
bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. One of the we have a dating show in the production schedule.
Oh wow.
And it's fire.
Is
bro.
it?
I can't even. I
Dating
can't.
naked?
It's so fire. I can't. I just can't even allude to any aspect of it because it's genuinely, from the name to the premise, is fire.
Okay.
Absolute fire. But it's also ambitious and high cost.
Well, here you go. Pop my fire. I pitched it to you first.
Pop my fire.
Shoot your shot.
Pop my primer. Poke my primer.
Oh, whoa! Pause.
Wait
a minute. I'm sorry.
I feel like
poke my primer.
Yeah, no.
That's
no,
horrible.
light primer strike.
I hear you. Oh, wow.
All right, stop talking. You stop talking. You
right.
over there in the corner with all the good
brought
ideas.
to you by Breakthrough Lubricants.
See, there's an application for it all, right?
No pun intended.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the other side of the community that a lot of people don't know. There's a lot of things that can be made very practical, but also extremely fun, right?
So, okay, if I wanted to, like anybody, I'm a content creator or I'm not, whatever.
Yeah.
And you know what? I want to come at you. I want to be on the We the Free. And what do I do? What do I need to do to be able to get a show or just some sort of a space on We the Free?
Literally, admin at admin at WTF.tv.
Okay, admin. So you just throw your idea, whatever, you reach out, and
just reach out. Reach out.
Use Chat GPT to create a formal email.
You know what? That would be nice. Thank you for that, bro.
Hello, my name is.
ChatGPT is going to write you something nice, but you got to be able to walk that.
No, you do.
You know what I'm
you have to be able to walk it, and then you have to be able to deliver it. But but to your point, I mean, I commend that because that's the no excuse model.
Right.
It's like you have no excuse.
Right.
Yeah.
To be able to pitch and present something very professionally nowadays, because all you got to do is take your crappy articulation of it, throw it in Chat GPT, and that shit will sound like you are a Harvard professor.
And you got to be able to talk that when you meet John Keys.
Yeah, so study your script.
Wait a minute. Sir, did you write this email? Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Show did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's actually pretty cool. So, all right, you got a couple of things that you want to show us?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to show you guys the first flagship show, Pimp My Pew with What the Kicks. Very proud of that because, I don't own a single stock firearm. Like every firearm I have, it is customized in some way. Sometimes only aesthetically, but then other times like you just gut that thing and you just make it your own based on what it is that you're trying to achieve with it. But yeah, you won't find a single stock firearm.
Yeah, I just thought to myself, I was like, is there anything that I have stock?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, when you stop to think about it, you change something on every single one.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, even if you put grip tape on it.
Every single firearm that I own are heavily modified as a shooter modification.
Yeah.
Nobody got it?
Cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
I'm just not even gonna. We're gonna let it. Hey,
insert crickets.
You got the trailer queued up, man.
Yeah, let's watch it. Oh, that's funny.
Right.
I don't think anything is good in stock form. What you got for me today?
I got for you a Henry lever action, a Smith & Wesson MMP, CZ Scorpion, Springfield Prodigy.
We had about 40 or 50 submissions. I'm looking at something that I think that I can really bring to life.
I'm really excited to see what the Kicks can do with my firearm.
I don't know if you stripped it down before you put it on here, but we'll get you dialed in.
8-inch slide, it's the perfect size.
Girl, we all know that ain't average. I'm gonna call my guys over at HBI, Rising Creek Custom, Kim over at Armed Concepts. You're gonna get the original What the Kicks version, who wants it to be completely different at the range than anybody else.
What's going on?
That's good, dog.
Yeah. When you open up the case and you look inside, and you see what's inside, man.
Like,
God almighty.
So yeah, I mean, the funny thing was we shout out to Jeremy first off for like really putting up with our ambitious shooting schedule. If you can believe that, we not only shout out to Jeremy for putting up with our ambitious shooting schedule, but shout out to the gunsmiths who did an amazing, epic job of turning around those firearms as quickly. So, to paint the picture for you, we fly Jeremy in. We got all the contestants to submit their guns to XCal, so all of them FFL their guns in. The guns are there. Jeremy comes in, we film for 2 days the first half of all the episodes, where he gets the gun, he's looking at it in stock form, he takes it over to the conference room, he video chats with the gunsmiths, talks about what they're gonna do, he whiteboards it all out. So we did that over 2 days. My man changed outfits like 8 times a day.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Crazy,
yeah.
right? And then the guns all went off after that 2 day sprint. 11 days later, all of them came back completely different firearms.
Wow, so they're doing rush jobs for you guys.
Rush jobs.
Well, it makes
Yeah.
sense for production,
right?
right? Because
Production, for marketing reasons, for everything.
Yeah.
If you want to be in the show, I need you to meet this deadline.
Yeah, and they were absolutely accommodating, every last one of them. So yeah, it was a really dope. And then on the back end, when the guns came back, 2 days again, we scheduled out all the contestants to come in, like in 2-hour blocks to do pickup interviews, talk about why they submitted and what they expect to see, and then they go into the private range with Jeremy. They do the reveal. And it's really dope, man. The 2A artist, formerly Carolina Custom Foam, he provided custom cases for every single build.
Wow. Okay.
this is season 1,
That's season 1, yeah.
and then
And then anybody can submit anything, right?
No, so you have to be a We the Free subscriber
Okay.
to submit when we put out the casting call.
Okay.
And anybody can submit anything. So and you'll see Guns Out just recently did an episode we shot with the cast of PMP season 1.
Okay.
And so they all brought their guns and cases back out. Obviously, we checked them out because we didn't really get to shoot them. We was filming, right?
Right.
So we brought them out to our private range and we filmed the whole episode and talked about their experience and whatnot. And come to find out, one of the guys that got selected, found out he submitted 6 guns. We didn't even know he submitted 6 guns, but let me tell you how it worked out. So when Jeremy made his selections, he didn't look at names or locations because we already knew it was in the tri-state, it was going to be attainable, and everyone knew that they had to show up on the different dates to do whatever they had to do, right? Okay. So out of all the submissions, he literally just went down the line and looked at guns and just made sure he picked we didn't want to do 2 of anything. Everything needed to be different. We wanted to make sure we got rifles, lever guns, AR pistols, actual pistols, striker fire, hammer. I mean, he covered the gamut in 8 episodes, bro. Unbelievable.
wow, that's pretty cool. So that's Pimp My Pew, and then you got the PSR. Something that you want to show us?
Yeah, PSR uncensored with a budget.
Let's check that out.
Yeah.
Shout out Jared.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jared is a really cool guy, man. I love his character model because it's like he can go anywhere and not be bothered.
That's right, because
he don't have the freaking mask.
And that's what he said.
Yeah,
And he was like, because first of all, we know what he really looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
So at NRAM, was it?
Yeah,
at NRAM, he was like, I was like, isn't it great that you just walk around and like you don't get bothered?
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Yeah,
I'm a huge fan of Buckethead, the musician. That puts a KFC bucket over his head and a hockey mask. He's extremely popular. He was with Guns N' Roses for a while. In my personal opinion, the best guitarist in the world. The guy is incredible. Very, very good. But he has a hockey mask on.
He's like Marshmallow.
You can never tell who he is. He's a tall guy, like 6'5". Obviously, he plays the guitar, so I look at his hands. So if I see those hands anywhere, I can recognize that.
That's creepy as fuck, man.
Bro, I love the guy.
Hey, man, that's creepy, bro.
He's got this vein right here on his hand.
Oh, yeah.
Pause, bro.
Bro, how often do you have to pause this man?
A lot.
Jason,
A
like-
lot. A lot. A lot.
Look at his face.
And you know what's great? Since I got here, I'm glad you're getting the cultural reference of what pause really means.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad, but like, bro.
What's wrong with having veins in your hand?
It's just...
I mean, John gets me here. Hey, what's that?
Anyway, PSR.
That's pity affirmation. Yeah.
Yep, that is a YouTube nightmare right there. What I just saw.
Oh yeah.
my
bro,
God.
YouTube would hemorrhage.
Bro,
They
God.
would hemorrhage with shadow ban and strikes and all that. But so here's the thing about PSR that's so unique. his show is good because he has this, obviously unique, ostentatious personality.
Facts.
He really kind of has no filter whatsoever. And so he's going to be that's going to be on full display, but also his knowledge of firearms and 3D printing. So it's a combination of like The Office meets a dope gun review meets a masterclass on modification.
And Bill Nye, for sure.
Yeah, no, facts. So like, I don't know if you saw, this is a teaser. This isn't even like his trailer. This is like a teaser that shows you nothing compared to what you're really going to see. But if you saw in some of the quick cuts, you could see him like he was sitting at a gunsmithing table and he had tools and stuff.
Is that his office? Whose studio is that?
So he's at Ave's Engineering.
Right,
Ave's,
that's what
Ave's Engineering. They partnered with us to help produce the show, so it's all at Ave's. And I mean, these guys, it's gonna be great.
I can't wait to.
But
I'm gonna watch these things.
I'm just telling you, we think PSR show is probably just gonna reach people that aren't even into guns,
right?
Because of the entertainment value and then just the intrigue of what he's capable of building, just like out of nowhere.
It's like Popular Mechanics meets Bill Nye meets hilariousness meets all of that. And that I've always said Jared's got that vibe, man. He's always been that dude. So.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I mean, and the vibe is the big thing too, man. Like he is that guy in real life, like legit.
Yeah.
Wow. So We the Free, and you've got those things. I'm sure you got some more in the can. That's,
man,
coming out.
Yeah,
Pop the balloon, man. Shoot your shot. I'm pitching that now. Standing on 10 toes for that one. 100%.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, dude.
I'm gonna need you to stop talking.
I'm sorry. I just read the room.
The dating show. I mean, we have some really, really ambitious ideas, man. I can't even, like I said, I can't even really talk about it because we would hate for someone else to try to circumvent that and not do it right.
Yes.
And that's our biggest deal is like everything we do, everything that we introduce, it's gonna be a very complete product.
Nice.
Gotcha. So is it easy to be a subscriber there? Like,
Absolutely.
How does that work?
Absolutely. Go to WTF.tv and just pick one. Just pick one.
We need a Scotia blood.
Prick your finger and become one of us. No. No, you go to WTF.tv or WeTheFree.com and just pick one of our subscriptions. We have a monthly and an annual. Now, when we first started, we had since we started, we've gone through probably 4 different subscription models, pressure testing what people really want to see.
Okay.
And to be honest, people want this high value content. So when you have these different tiered subscriptions, it limits your viewability to the high value stuff. And people was like, we want to see the good shit.
So is there gonna be an app?
Yeah, there's an app.
Okay.
All that you could download it on this TV right here.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like legit.
Nice.
This is not like some fly by night thing.
Right.
This is legit. Like,
right.
We have a mobile app. We're on all streaming platforms. I mean, legit. It's pretty damn awesome.
Okay.
Like,
Wow. That is so cool. Folks, definitely check out the We the Free.
Yeah. The totality of We the Free is, intersecting content and community.
Okay.
That's what we want to do. We really want people to. I mean, imagine this. You have your favorite shows on your favorite platforms, right? Like okay, let's talk like Apple Plus. I'm a huge Severance fan. Anybody watch Severance here?
Silo for me.
Silo, Severance, right? Okay. Yeah. So imagine, right, you watching these shows, but then you could go somewhere and maybe experience Severance or Silo. You could you could actually experience a set. You can meet the actors, stuff like you can get previews of the coming season or whatever. Like if that was an opportunity, if that was available to the general public, that shit would go.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
Wow. Dude, really cool stuff. I look forward to actually checking it out personally and also talk to you off the record.
Oh, no, 100%. Yeah, we would love to have classic content on the network without question. So here's the other part. Oh, that's the other thing I failed to mention. So because again, we own the platform, it's like you guys can do like we would love to have a QVC for firearms on the network.
Well,
talk about those hands there, Kai. Get them ready there, Chief.
Yeah, get those spirit hands ready. But yeah, like so think about it. Like you're talking about a gun, throw up a QR code on the screen, and people can just click that, boom, go right to the site, buy the damn thing. Like A lot of opportunity, guys. That's the whole point. Like we're definitely here to expand the capability and the reach of the firearms community and industry.
We'll definitely talk more.
Yeah.
So, John,
Yes, sir.
rifle or handgun? Which one are you more of?
I mean, there's only one wrong answer. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
Come on, man.
Why can't I be both? Just out of curiosity.
Just, some people are just like, they're just more of a, they
I'm not
enjoy
more.
shooting a pistol
I gotta
more
be
than a
honest.
rifle.
I'm not more of one over the other. I think I hold pistol proficiency in a higher regard than rifle proficiency.
Well, without a doubt.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
I would
so
agree
so
with
so
that.
so we're saying that
different game.
Yeah. I hold pistol proficiency in a higher regard. I think you have to be more intentional and try a lot harder if you don't know what, like as a new shooter, right?
Yeah.
And then even as a intermediate shooter, to cross that level of certain amount of excellence with a pistol. Yeah, bro, that takes some doing.
Yeah.
You gotta, or you're born with it like Pewview, one of the two.
Yeah, different ball game for sure. With a pistol, it's hard to shoot unless you're obviously going with a rifle, long distance. That's different, right?
Yep.
But pistol, just like lining up those sights, iron sights, right?
Yeah.
Or just being able to get that trigger squeeze and the grip, all of that
Yeah.
stuff, get it right, so you can actually nail that. It requires a lot of training, skill, talent, whatever.
Yeah.
Put them all in there.
All that. Yeah.
All right, well, so if you're gonna pick one, then style of pistols, which one is your favorite?
2011 all day. Now, I say that because that's what I am unapologetically a staccato guy. V2s, I own all of them.
Okay.
With the tree bark grip.
No, that would be V1s.
Well,
Yeah, that's the OSTI.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't bring the tree bark grip over to the staccato.
Which they should.
They
I don't
should.
under-
They
I don't
they
understand.
Man, we could sit here and talk about what staccato should do all day because I have a lot of ideas of what they should do for sure. Because there's a lot of things that they've done right. There's a lot of things that staccato has done right, and I personally think they don't lean into that enough. Yeah, I think they don't lean into that enough, and that's my personal opinion. And I'm great. I mean, we have an amazing relationship with staccato, and I just think that there's a lot more that they can do of what they've already done.
right.
Because there's a big appetite for it.
Right.
That part. It's like there's so many people that as soon as you say staccato, a real person that's into 2011s, the first thing they say is the tree bark grip.
Right.
Do you think that's because they like Glocks, right? Do you think they're just trying to keep it somewhat contained to what they have? So they're not branching
listen,
out?
man. When you're talking about a business, and selling mass quantities of anything, there are going to be certain efficiencies that you can't avoid if you're really trying to have a successful business, right? And it's a fine line. I gotta admit it. I mean, because think about it. And I cover this, so it's interesting because next week we're dropping a series called "Which Staccato is Right for You," and we talk about in the very first episode we address that a lot of when you say staccato, the average gun owner or new shooter will say, "Oh, that's too expensive for my taste," right? Staccato is not the most expensive 2011 brand out there. No. They are like the middle ground and a very palatable.
I've seen $15,000 ones.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. So people get that misconception because they won't even know about the Nighthawks and the
Sand
Atlases
Vipers.
and the Infinities. They won't even know about all of those, right?
Oh God.
They get to staccato and they pull the hard stop at that $2,500 price point. But that's not even like the Bugattis of the 2011s in terms of cost, right? So we addressed that like in episode 1. We're like, hey, listen, this is a very good entry point for a very finely tuned firearm, right? So staccatos, like I say, own all of the V2s. Love the way they perform, and I mean, I've shot Atlases. I've shot the Sand Viper, and like we talked about in the car, when you get into those really upper echelon, it's like going from a Porsche into an F1 car, right?
Better squeeze everything it has to offer.
Yeah. And if you don't have the skill set or the use case for that,
It's not going to be
You're
relevant.
leaving a lot of car on the table.
you're leaving a lot of gun on the table. Yeah, 100%. So definitely, 2011. Now, as it pertains to striker fires, I own some Combat Masters. I got the Combat Master Copperhead. I got the Combat Master 40, one of the original Combat Master 45s. And man, I was telling, who was I talking to?
John.
Was it John? I think it was John. I was telling him that, like, if I had to go grab something and I didn't know where I was going or what I was going to be up against, and I just wanted to make sure I had something that was ultra durable, reliable, and performed extremely well, I would grab that Combat Master 45.
Bro, let me tell you something. My Combat Master from John Wick 4 that I got a couple years ago, shout out to Taryn, I've never had issues with that gun. You would think, those are like a competition style.
Wait, the cop, like it's a
34.
A 34. It's the Copperhead. But
So
it's not the Copperhead.
Mine is the full black one, but it's like the Copperhead.
Yeah,
right?
okay, yeah.
Just different color.
It's literally the same thing.
Dude,
yeah.
Because you would
So
think,
wait, people have been having issues with that?
Right there.
No. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard anybody having issues with this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, some people consider like a fighting gun, right? For like, this would be more of a Gucci. You take it for a competition, all that.
I mean,
stuff.
bro,
I'm just saying, I've
it's
never
like a
had-
5-inch slide, bro.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
never
wait,
had.
no, 8. Oh, is that 8-inch slide?
This is a 5-inch.
5.
This is a 5-inch. That's 34.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, for fighting gun, I want something more robust, right? Maybe a little bit harder on the recoil spring, so it just seats perfectly every single time. Maybe a trigger. I want a little. If I'm carrying it, maybe a little heavier or whatever. But this thing, when it comes to reliability,
Yeah.
I don't know how many.
I mean,
thousands
it's
of rounds
based,
we
but it's
fired.
based on the Glock platform.
Yeah.
Okay. So like when you think about the base platform,
love this.
that's what the base. You could, like I said, I always use the analogy. You could dig a hole, throw that shit in the ground. 10 years later, dig it up, and it's gonna shoot. Like that's
Yeah.
just what the Glocks are made to do. But what Terran does with a Glock, I mean, it's literally like a blank canvas, and this man creates a masterpiece.
Dude,
I mean, he really does.
I call him. He is a magician, dude.
Yo, it's
The
gun
guy-
magic. It's without question gun magic, bro.
Gun magic. Like
I mean, because the thing is like I've seen other Gucci Glocks,
Oh, yeah,
triggers,
everybody makes
springs, ports, comps, all of that, and none of them outperform this non-ported
yes.
pistol.
And you know what? Looks wise too. I'm gonna just say, maybe I'm biased. I've not seen better looking Glocks out there.
Yeah,
me.
no. It's. I mean, well,
No.
Well, I'm not gonna say no,
No.
but I will say
Which one?
I will say from a practical standpoint, and if you want to say a minimalist, classy standpoint, it's a classy pistol, and it's very
Yeah.
practical in terms of the design and the way that it looks. But I mean, there's so much you can do to Glocks, though, man. Like you could say you've never seen, probably just never seen it.
You're right. I mean, but I've seen a lot of like custom Glocks out there,
Yeah.
and they're great.
Yeah.
You know, Ryan's got one of his 45 that's incredible looking.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way that Taryn does his stuff. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I haven't seen it all. of course.
No, it's. I mean, you might be biased, and I might be
Yeah.
biased too. But I will agree with you that everything from the way that trigger feels to the polished internals,
Yeah, the balance.
There's a lot of real intentional things. So like when we podcasted with Taryn at our first range day, and we talked about what motivates him to create all of these gun creations of his, it's always based on an experience that he's had. It's always based on, I went to this competition and I was running this dinky
That's right.
Glock
Yeah,
such and
yeah.
such, and this thing kept happening. And I was like, you got to be able to fix that, and then he fixes it. Right?
Yeah.
So it's always based on some practical use case.
He's
It's not-
solving problems.
Yeah, he is 1,000% always solving problems first, and then I think the aesthetic stuff comes naturally after that, and then you have a very balanced firearm.
Well, Jason is a proud owner of a Combat Master.
Yeah, now I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that's not true. I got the 19.
Oh, you got a 19?
Yeah,
I
I got a
didn't know that.
19. Yeah.
This is,
I made it into a rolling special because I just felt like it. So
I didn't know you had a 19.
Yeah, I've got a
Combat Master.
19. I'll bring that in to show you. next
Wait,
time.
a Combat Master 19? Oh, okay.
So, but I never shot it. I just.
So how did you get Taryn to agree with keeping that barrel?
He
sent a video and hated it.
Taryn
He
was
bullied
mad.
me in the
So
comments.
so guys, if you probably can't see it, from this camera angle or whatever, but he doesn't have the Terran Tactical
DLC
barrel in there. He has some other twisted barrel in there.
I've got a great crown here, a 25-degree crown.
It looks great. The crown looks great.
Show that to camera right there.
The crown looks great. The twisted barrel looks great. But, I would wonder if that changes the performance of that.
It probably does. And I've got the stock barrel. I just was out of town at that time. I was in Dubai at that moment.
He sent Terran a customized gun.
Oh, so you sent him the gun with that barrel in it?
And a cut slide.
Bro, shame on you, bro.
Okay, first of all. Okay, pause.
No, we're not going to pause.
Okay.
We're not going to pause.
Okay,
No, listen.
well, all right. You know what? Check this.
Tell me.
First of all, I can stand on my own 2 feet. Okay. Number two.
Right.
My bad. Okay.
No, because I feel like you robbed yourself, bro.
Maybe I did.
Because you could have got a DLC barrel and still
Well,
had
you know
that
what?
barrel to switch out.
Okay. Pause. Okay. You know what I can do?
You thought he was going to DLC that barrel?
Taryn, I will send you my stock barrel that is sitting in my drawer of other stock items. As a matter of fact, I touched it the other night, and I will send that over. And
I'll be Terran for now. I'll be like, hey, Jason, thank you, but you've lost your chance.
No, it's okay. You know what?
No,
you know
if that
what?
was Terran would do some movie quote. It would be some movie quote.
And that's fine. And I will gladly take the movie quote as long as I don't
would
end
love
up
to
like
see Terran on Jeopardy, bro.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I will take movies for
Here
1,000.
we go.
Yeah.
Jeopardy on the channel on the new We the Free.
Let's just do Family Feud.
I'm just spitting them out, folks. I'm just an idea fairy.
He says one's gonna land.
I'm just saying, one's gonna stick.
It's all good. If we decide to use one that you come up with, we'll give you executive production credits.
That's great.
There we go. I love it. This is awesome, dude. So lastly, rifles.
Whew.
What's your style? Do you like PCCs,
So I've been
5.56, AKs type stuff?
So I don't own an AK yet, and
good. You're not missing anything.
Okay,
no,
hush your mouth.
Hush your mouth. I will say
a 104, a 103. You have no clue.
I've seen some amazing AKs out there. I'm talking about amazing that I would love to own. And JMac Customs does some really cool stuff with AKs. I want an AK, but I don't have one because I know I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna obsess. Over this thing, and I might buy multiple because you can't just have one. So I don't own an AK yet. In terms of rifles, I got a few really dope rifles that I like. I just found Southern Precision Tooling at Goals last year. Okay. Are you familiar with Southern Precision Tooling?
I've heard of them.
Bro, their brakes are game changers. I have one, so if you go to our channel and check out the Dark Side Loadout episode, it's my DDM4 V7.
Okay.
Paired with my Staccato XC as a loadout. And what I did to that DDM4 V7 is absolutely insane. And that Southern Precision Tooling brake just makes that thing a tag driver. So that's my full, 16-inch. But then I like I have a couple 10.5s that I really like. Those are very mobile, portable, things like that. BRN 180, one of my favorites. Like, so it's an apocalypse situation. BRN 180, Combat Master 45. We wreck and shop all day long, because I got the JMac furniture on my BRN, ultra durable, piston driven, crazy, shoots flat, got a can on it, Boss silencer. So we running premium stuff all day.
I love that. Do you ever do any long distance, like a bolt gun stuff, or no?
No, I haven't gotten into bolt guns yet, but that's another one that I haven't even stepped foot in because I'm going to obsess over that too, because there's so much math that goes into a good bolt gun, depending on what you want, how far you're trying to shoot, what caliber you're going to chamber that thing in. So I really want to take my time with that too. In terms of long range shooting, I've done, I actually did the Air Gunner Challenge, and I went to an actual air gunning competition. It really don't get no more technical and mathematical than shooting an air gun at 100 yards at a target, literally this big, literally this big. At 100 yards.
Yeah, that's like Olympic style stuff.
Yeah. That's like at 100 yards, that target looks like this.
Yeah.
And you, like, there's people out there stacking holes through this thing.
Oh, I bet.
So yeah.
Oh, wait, you're Turkish. You could just walk out there with one arm, and like the dude in the Olympics last time, and he walked out there and had a cigarette lit.
Turkish gold medalist or something like that?
That dude was... everybody else has these like eye blinders and everything. He just walks out there like,
there's always one freak of nature. There's always a Jerry Mitchell-act. There's always a Terran Tactical. There's always a Pew View. There's always somebody that has these innate shooting fundamentals and capabilities that I'm very jealous of.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Well, dude, it's been a pleasure. I could talk to you for hours, but I feel like we should just go over to the main channel and do a couple of little episodes of our own.
Let's do
Top
it, man.
5, 2011.
Hey,
Ooh, that's
you see, now you talking my speed.
all right.
Top
good
5
stuff.
Do it,
AKs.
man.
Kai's
Now
out.
this is great though. Thanks for having me, guys. We we at We the Free really appreciate the opportunity to share that with your guys' audience. And bravo and hats off, salute to you guys for this platform. I mean, you guys have a really loyal and engaged following, so we appreciate that, and we'd love to see them come join us as well, because we are going to have classic firearms content on the network.
There you go.
Absolutely,
Guaranteed.
guys.
Guaranteed.
Definitely check out Guns.tv, John Keys, and We the Free.
There you go.
And all that stuff. They got some good stuff coming up, like some little short films and stuff, which I look forward to checking out.
Oh, absolutely.
But guys, anyways, thanks for tuning in, and we'll move over to the Classic Firearms channel now. So we'll see you on the next one.
God bless, guys. See you guys later.